Hey, it's Frankie here. I've got a really awesome video for you guys today. It's called 7 Things Most Lawyers Do on Their Websites That Really Just Completely Annoy Their Clients. And this is going to be really extremely important to you because in this day and age, so many clients are really going to use your website as the sole determining factor of whether or not you get that client phone call. A lot of clients are really just, they're going to open up 10 different attorney websites in your area of practice, and the one that appeals to them most is going to get the phone call. And a lot of lawyers unknowingly do things that actually push their clients away and, ultimately drive that business elsewhere. So I'm going to show you what not to do so you don't end up doing those things. And to illustrate this, I've done a search for a lawyer in Detroit, and I've opened up a couple of different websites. This is my local area, just to illustrate here. But I want you to know I'm not affiliated with any of the examples or anything like that. So the first thing I want to show you is the message itself. What a lot of attorneys don't realize is they talk all about themselves and not actually about how they help their clients. So here's a perfect example. We are at Miller, blah, 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 we represent, we do this, our lawyers are great throughout the firm's history, we do this, in addition, we provide. So, if you look at the language, it's really all we, us, blah, blah, blah. But, to illustrate this to you, if you were looking for a marketing person and you came to my website and it said, we are this and we do that and call us today, would that, appeal to you as much, say, for example, as just a simple, straightforward video like this, here's how you can improve your website and make the phone ring more often? Obviously, naturally, you're more interested in what you're trying to do, and it's no different for your own clients. Second thing is really just it's ugly. And there's not really a whole lot to say, but look at this website. It doesn't convey the professionalism of being a top attorney. And so if cheap website automatically is assumed cheap lawyer, and you don't want to give off that opinion. So third thing is it's just unreadable. So this is an actual website. Like the text up here is jumbled rather, and if you just look how kind of ugly and cheap, it looks like a website from 1995, and you see there's overlay text with this stuff. So a lot of lawyers don't realize this, and the thing you probably see most common with the readability is you'll see an all black background with white text. That's harder to read than white background and black text. Fourth thing is it's just boring. When most clients are going to click on your About Us page, and for most attorneys it reads like a resume. Has been practicing for over 25 years, blah, 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 believes it's this, it sounds all the same to a potential client. A much better example of how to use an About Us page, I didn't really find one, but how to use this correctly is really if you just explain to people why you practice the area of law you do and how you got into it, it's much more interesting than reading, your resume. Nobody likes reading resumes, by the way. Fifth thing is really just no call to action. So here's an example of a website. I scroll through. Do you see a phone number anywhere? See, it's actually up here at the top, but it scrolls, right? So when you see the first slide, you could read this whole website and not find a phone number or what to do next. And so most clients will just close that. It's very, very easy in this day and age of the internet to either click the back button and just leave, or click the X button and completely get out of the website. Third one I want to show you is really the graphics. Either they're a relevant photo or they're cheesy. So look, if you just look at this one, look at all the different colors just pulling your attention in like 25 different places and all the stuff going on. And they've really just overdone the graphics, and it makes it kind of overwhelming on the eye. Here's an example of cheesy graphics. Look at this George Washington dancing with the $1 bill. Would that make you want to call a lawyer? Would you not see them as cheesy? I imagine, most people watching this would feel like it's cheesy. I certainly do. And so you don't want to do anything like that gives off an air of, cheesy, scammy, kind of that looking thing. And then it's not all just done on the cheap side. I wanted to show you this example because before I scroll down or anything like that, what most attorneys don't realize is that, this is how most people read a website in this day and age, and you probably do this as well, as they quickly just scan it like this. And so statistically, about 50% of people are going to leave a website in the first 3 to 7 seconds. It's very mind-blowing, but because it's so easy, again, they can just click an X or back button. It's easy to do. So this has like nice graphics, but I mean, there's really no information here, right? It's just, the photos aren't really doing anything to enhance what they're doing. They're just pictures of downtown Detroit. And it's kind of the same thing, right? Which is a lot of times you'll see the courthouses and the gavels and really big photos that take up, 3/4 of your screen, but they don't really do anything as far as sharing information. And then the last one I wanted to show you is really just overly busy on the eye and makes it hard to figure out what to do. So here's a bad example. This is one that I actually just found in New York. But if you look at, you see all this kind of gold color in all the different places this kind of gold color is used. So let me show it to you with the red arrows, illustrating all the different places this website pulls your eye. Hey, do you see how many different places the eye is pulled to look at that same kind of color scheme? Okay, so here's another example. I'm going to, again, put the red arrows and just show you, you notice the people's faces, the red colors, the logos. It pulls your eyes in a lot of different places. And so a lot of it is like competing for your attention. Now, let me show you the correct way to do this. Here's an example of a clean website. And this lawyer, the orange is really pulling your attention to what you want to do next, because you can't really read that, but it says click here to see how we can help you, and then it has a list of services. So it gets you to click on the most relevant piece of information, and it doesn't use really a lot of stuff to compete for your attention. So here's another example. And you'll notice, these three things on the right hand: answers, event planner, real estate FAQs, because this is a real estate attorney, how it pulls your attention to those three pieces. So when you're thinking about it, really you want to have your design support what you're trying to get them to do, which is ultimately to read how you can help them and, do this next. So I wanted to show you an example. I only actually know this guy because, somebody I know is actually directly competing with them, and this is really a top attorney, and I wanted to show you them because this is an example of a really, really well done website. It gets a lot of clients. It's really, really straightforward. So I'm going to refresh the page so you see the very first thing you see. Okay, so what you're going to see on the slider when my slow internet eventually loads is it loads. It says, "Hi, my name is Gary Nitskin, and I sue debt collectors with a very high success rate, and it's 100% free." So it's very, very casual, and he says hello, and basically the more important thing is you can see exactly how he would help you in one sentence. It doesn't say, "Hi, welcome to blah blah blah. We are website. We have been practicing 25." It doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. It just tells you, I do this, and here's how it helps people, right? And so then if you look at the later parts of his website, you'll see, what should I do if my identity is stolen? How do identity thieves get my ID? Identity theft prevention, how to. And these are really the kind of questions somebody would be asking if they're a potential client. What should I do if my identity is stolen? It doesn't say we are identity experts, we have been practicing in this area of law. It's literally the exact question the client would be asking. So if that's actually the case, I would be likely to open this. So that's really, really powerful because it really just talks to the client, right? It doesn't say, well, I am great, place a fraud alert on your credit report. You must act fast. The first thing you should do is this. Like, it gets right into advising people on what they should do. And I would suggest that you look at this website because it is great to model in any area of practice, because it really shows you how to be more conversational on your website. And again, I want to illustrate that this guy is very, very successful. So it's, this website is doing a great deal for him, and it would be a good idea to model. And also you'll notice where it pulls your attention is all the places where the client can act and get more information. So I hope this was really cool. Don't forget to get your free customized marketing plan, where I'll show you a bunch of really specific things that you can do on your own website and your marketing materials to really get systemized and get better cases. I'll leave a link below, but either way, I hope this was really cool, and thanks for watching.